Alrighty, y'all. It has been a day. I know you guys, I'm gonna whine yarn again just because I think it'll help me emotionally, and it's the same thing with crocheting, you know, it's just, something to keep your mind busy. And last night, for some reason, after I went to bed, I watched, don't mind my hair or my glasses, watched the series Heartstrings with Dolly Parton, and I know a lot of you are Dolly Parton fans because we talk about it on Facebook. If you do not have a box of tissues with you, do not watch that show. It is one of those shows that will literally put you in tears, and not just one episode, but like every episode will do that. So I watched some of them, and then I started getting emotional, and it's probably not the best thing for you to do right before bed. And then I was starting to feel sorry for myself, and yeah, things you shouldn't do, I guess. But anyway, I did make notes last night while I was doing my other stuff of who I was going to do for shoutouts today. I actually watched her last night. Lizzie's Lovies. She's only got like 90 some subscribers. But she has an awesome format, you guys. And I'm catching up on videos. The kids have been home from school, so I'm catching up on videos. I'm like behind because it's not my TV while they're here, you know. They tend to take over or get whiny if I watch too many yarn shows. But anyway, Lizzie's Lovies, Liz, has a wonderful format. She has a format, I would guess, comparable to Terry. I mean, she has her sections, and it's not your typical, you know, acquisitions and whips and all that stuff. No, no, no. I was drinking coffee last night, and she comes up and she says, let's talk about hooker plans. And I about spit my coffee back out laughing. Not to mention, I almost peed my pants because I was like, what? Lizzie, I really, really like your sense of humor. And then she has a section for ancient whips. Not just whips, ancient whips, you know, the ones that you haven't touched in. I suppose I have some here that are probably when I started crocheting, or at least 8 years old, you know, when I moved into this house, like when I started. I've been crocheting since I was a little girl, but when I got pregnant again, the second time around, that I really started getting into it. It was my hobby. It was something I could do while I was working at the casino. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so she's got a really good thing. She's also got a 2020 Cotton Picken challenge. Again, great, wonderful thought put into her content, let me tell you. Cotton Picken challenge. So the challenge is to make one cotton item a month for the whole month of 2020, which isn't, I don't think it should be that hard. 12 items. I mean, shoot, that's 12 washcloths or scrubbies, or you could make a top, like a tank top for the summer, or a summer bag. Like Jada and Stitches has some summer bags made out of cotton. Last year she made a challenge to herself to use all of her cotton up, which I believe she did. And she made several different bags. So you can check her tutorials out for those. But yeah, 2020 Cotton Picken Challenge, to do one cotton item a month. And let me tell you, I got plenty of cotton, so I hope to participate that. And I don't think I mentioned, I forgot to look it up. I don't think I mentioned Sandy with Left is Right Crochet, but if I did earlier, I apologize. I wrote it down last night because I was thinking about her. But she is a super sweet lady. She's got all kinds of stuff on her YouTube channel. She does a variety of things, and she comments on everybody's posts. She comments on she helps people out with their Etsy shops and ordering things, and it's just a supportive person in the yarn community. And so, again, if I mentioned her earlier, I'm not at my computer. I'm downstairs in my dungeon. Can you tell? You know, when a ball of yarn gives birth to another ball of yarn, that's what happened here. So I'm trying to just clean it up, because it's kind of driving me nuts. Like I thought I had two separate balls of yarn, and they weren't. They were the same ball of yarn, but it was like literally like the inside must have fell out. So, another one is made by Marsha Mom, Marsha. I do talk about her quite a bit. She's one of those people that I talk to at least once a week. She works full time. I don't. So there's a limited amount of time, we can talk. But she's called and she's talked to my kids, and my daughter calls her Sasha or Sasha. I can't remember how she pronounced it, but it was so cute. And yeah. And then Marsha helped me out when I asked for help, when I asked for pre-orders, when I knew that I needed help and I asked for it. She helped me out and did a giveaway on her channel to help get me some pre-orders. So she's just a kind-hearted person, and she enjoys helping people. I'd like to see her numbers go up. I know, like I said, she's working full-time, so I'm sure videos are hard to do right now. She was off all summer because she had quit her previous job. You know how jobs go, sometimes they just suck. But she's back to working full time, so. And she has a sense of humor, let me tell you. Oh, man. She's from Michigan, I believe is where she said she was from. Worked in Detroit. Worked in some not so nice school areas. She was a teacher. And then now she lives in Florida. And Pat, hi Pat if you're watching, has come to visit Florida. Pat and her have been friends for a very long time. And I think they're having some fun. If Marsha doesn't have to work the whole time she's there. The next one is Hope Mahoney, and she was one of those people that sent stuff in for the mail. She has sent me emails. She's helped me on my Etsy shop. She's done a shout out. She has her own YouTube channel. It's called Hopeful Crafts. But yeah, she's just super sweet. She hasn't done a few videos, or a video in a while, so if you guys can go over there, check her out, maybe comment on some of the older videos and tell her, hey, we're thinking about you. Sometimes we just need that, we need to know that somebody is thinking about us, and we forget that even though YouTube is not technically real life, we don't see each other in person on a daily basis, we still do care about each other, and we care about each other's well-being. Even if I never meet Marsha or Ella or any of those people in person, I know that that friendship is real, and I enjoy talking to them. So give her some love, and go over and tell her I sent ya. The next one is Alpaca My Yarn, Mad Designs. She's ordered some things off of my Etsy shop too, but she's got some. She comes out with videos pretty often, and she also comments on all of our channels, and she's very supportive. She's real active on Facebook too, and so I hope you guys check these guys out. I hope that the shoutouts are worth your time to watch. It's giving me something to do for content, and I don't know, it's kind of fun to talk about other people. Besides, who wants to talk about themselves the whole time? Not me. But yeah. So anyway, seriously, if you guys watch Heartstrings, Dolly Parton, man oh man, does she know how to pull those heartstrings. So I caution you, it's a good show, and there's multiple shows. They're like 45 minutes or an hour long. To bring up box of tissues. Let me pause this for a second, and I'll get the 2 works of progress that I have actually finished. Hold on. Alright. They're just octopuses, little keychains. It's kind of a burgundy. It's showing up more red, but my shirt is red. This is burgundy. And then a little black on the bottom. And this is some of that older, my grandmother's colorway I was telling you about. That light brown, country blue, green. I like his quirky smile, but he's just got white legs with that on there, and it is super highly recommended to put your keychains or secure your keychains on before you sew it up, just so you are not having to go through the stuffing. Unless you're a lot gentler than I am, or your stuffing is better than what I have. But anyway, I would love to show you the rest of my room right now, but it's in a disaster, and I don't, not that I fear judgment, but I can't handle it. But anyway, it is getting more organized. I did take a shelving unit from the other room. Don said it was going to be in the way, and I said, should I put it in my yarn room? And he said, sure, if you have room for it. So I moved out my table just a little bit, and then I put the shelving unit behind. So I did get more yarn put away today, so that's a progress. I can actually walk in my room. I will maybe do an update. I've already done one yarn room video this year, but maybe I can do an update come 2020. 2020, is that crazy or what? You guys, I don't feel like I'm that old, but wow. I mean, really, we are that old, I guess. I mean, I was just so excited when I was little, that my sister wasn't going to be in the graduating class of 2000. I thought that was historic. I thought that was epic. I thought that was, holy crap, 2000. It didn't work out that way, but I just had always thought that in my head that, wow, that's pretty freaking amazing. And now to be sitting here almost to 2020, it's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I will, as Kim says, love you and leave you. And I hope you're all having a super fantastic Sunday. Again, my heart attack kids did not leave me heart attack free. It was down to the very last second. Again. The Packers now have a bye week. It is absolutely freaking crazy. I couldn't even watch it. On TV. Because the Minnesota Vikings were on. Because I live in the Midwest, and because South Dakota is closer than Wisconsin, the network has only choice of one, and so we got the Minnesota game. And what happened to them? They lost. course, they lost with their second string guys in, and I guess I understand they had their second string guys in, but still, what? Who the hell wants to watch second string guys play? If it's not a game, why? Okay, now I'm swearing. I'm sorry. Football. Football is one of those things that definitely make my heart go faster. And then, Don is a 49ers fan. He has not been, he's been a 49ers fan for most of his life, I guess, since way before I met him. But in the last couple of years, he's not watched football because the 49ers have literally sucked, you know. And then the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, and I won't discuss that, but, yeah, he was just... But now that they're winning, and then they beat the Packers, and then, yeah, they're just... Yeah. At least I can say that the Packers beat the Vikings, even if it was ugly, and at least I have that. So, we'll see how the playoffs go, and I'm sorry if I bored you with football talk. But for those of you that love football, yay! I think next year, even if we don't make it to the Super Bowl, even if, you know, we lose the second round, whatever, I think next year, the NFL better watch out for the Packers, because once Aaron Rodgers gets his shit together, again I'm swearing, gets his team together, finds the right people, is able to trust those guys, besides Aaron Jones, I think it's going to be a dynamic team. I think they're going to come back and surprise the heck out of everybody. But, okay, enough about football. So anyway, this room, I don't want to guess. I'm going to guess 13 by 13, maybe. I don't know. Not for sure, but no, maybe not. Well, maybe. Maybe 10 by 10. I don't know. It's a pretty large room. It is literally wall to wall to wall with yarn. Granted, I could probably shove more in certain places. You know, it's not completely, like, stuffed. But I'm just trying to figure out where I should put the rest of my crafts. Because I am going to have to clean the rest of the basement. And there are other crafts. I have plastic canvas for days. I mean, I have stacks of plastic canvas that is just sitting there. And I have plastic canvas books from like the 1990s, 1980s, 1970s that were my aunt's, that, you know, the old Barbie play sets. I have an old Barbie play set. But I also have, like, the book to make them. And then the cross stitch. I have a lady that donated, or gifted me, a whole box of cross stitch, which I would really like to use with crochet. I think it would be a really neat way to personalize, like, a gift. Like, if you were going to do a blanket and have, like, a small square on the bottom of a blanket with the name, or, you know, like, say it was a wedding gift and you were doing something, you could put on the back of it in a cross stitch so you could have a smaller detail and you wouldn't have to do a large graph can when they got married, or what date it was, or who it was by, or maybe even your own signature. I think there's so many options to mix medias or mix crafts together that I just think we haven't delved into all of it. So, yeah. I used to have a whole painting set. I used to be big into scrapbooking. I still have a lot of scrapbooking die cuts and things like that. I have a big Sizzix and a small Sizzix, but I don't have any of the die cuts for it. But if somebody is willing to pay for the shipping, Now, granted, these things are heavy, like super uber heavy. I will mail them to you. They work. Nothing wrong with them. I just don't have any of the die cuts to go with them. So if somebody's willing to pay for the shipping, I will mail both of them to you, or one of they have their cutting boards. The big one might need, a new cutting board, but like I said, they still work. So there's an option for you. Or if you're a teacher or something and you have a classroom, or you have die cuts maybe, or you teach classes and maybe you just need another die cut machine. Who knows? So there's that option. But okay, I'm rambling again. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I will finish this ball of yarn. I'll get this uploaded and I will talk to you guys